Hey there! You know that old saying, beauty is pain? Well, it's been around forever, and the story it tells is pretty wild. Let's take a History Scalpel stroll through this journey of bizarre beauty fads, way back when plastic surgery and smartphone filters weren't a thing. Picture yourself in the decadent courts of pre-revolutionary France, where Marie Antoinette and her crew were setting trends that would make today's makeup tutorials seem like child's play. Back then, accentuated veins were all the rage. To achieve that almost translucent look, women would whip out blue pencils and draw on their veins. Can you imagine the dedication it took to make your veins stand out? Nowadays, that would be considered straight up bonkers. Let's whisk ourselves away to the serene landscapes of Japan during the Heian period, 794 to 1185, where the pursuit of beauty took a rather dark turn. Forget about the pearly whites. They were all about black teeth. It was a thing called ohaguro, where they blackened their teeth using a concoction of iron fillings, vinegar, tea, and rice wine. Word on the street is that it not only looked weird, but it also smelled pretty awful. Plucking? Not just eyebrows, but eyelashes too. Back in the Middle Ages, women were all about the big forehead. To achieve that coveted look, they'd pluck everything. Eyebrows, eyelashes, you name it. All in the pursuit of resembling the purity and innocence of a baby's head. Or Peyton Manning. Can you imagine the commitment it took to look like a human Etch-a-Sketch? But it didn't stop there. In the Middle Ages, women used cosmetics containing poison to whiten their skin. White lead, mercury, arsenic carbolic acid, you name it, they had it. Some even went a step further by intentionally poisoning their powder, selling it to women who wanted to off their husbands. Beauty, apparently, was worth risking your life for. Now, fasten your seatbelt because Queen Elizabeth I is about to take the stage. She used to paint her face flat white, like ghost-level white. To get that royal look, women in the Renaissance period went through a process called bloodletting, using leeches to suck their blood. Beauty turning into torture, right? Would you sacrifice your blood cells for the sake of looking regal? Let's jump back to ancient Greece, where having a unibrow was not just accepted, but celebrated. It was the symbol of purity and intelligence. If you weren't naturally blessed with a unibrow, no problem. Just glue on some dyed goat hair. It's like ancient eyebrow extensions. And the Victorian era, where looking like you had tuberculosis was considered chic. Women willingly contracted the disease to get that pale skin and red lips. They even used makeup to fake the symptoms. Health took a backseat to beauty, quite literally, if you think about it. Now, imagine the wealthiest Roman ladies buying vials of sweat from gladiators. They believed it would improve their complexion. And brace yourself, act as an aphrodisiac. Yikes, right? Fast forward again to the 19th century, where women nibbled on arsenic wafers, thanks to Sears. Sure, it whitened the skin, but it also brought a package deal of vomiting, internal bleeding, hair loss, blindness, and, well, death. Talk about going to extreme lengths for that clear and pale complexion, right? Beauty standards, it seems, have always had a knack for defying reason and sanity. But wait, there is more. The next jaw-dropping beauty trend? Foot binding. Yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. Contorting and breaking the toes to achieve small feet. This bizarre practice originated in 10th century China and continued until the 20th century. The idea was that smaller feet would make a woman more attractive to her husband. It sounds downright painful, and it was. Toes were bent, broken, and then bound with cloth. Beauty may hurt, but this is on a whole other level, bordering on plain evil. Imagine enduring such pain just to fit into a beauty standard. Also in China, long nails became a symbol of wealth and power among the high-status individuals. Growing nails long showcased their elevated status and the luxury of not engaging in manual labor. During the Ming and Qing dynasties, upper-class women adorned specially crafted nail guards to protect and decorate their precious long nails. These guards, embedded with jade and other precious stones, added an extra touch of opulence to their beauty routines. Moving on to Britain, where the quest for white teeth took an alarming turn during the Georgian era. Forget about your modern-day toothpaste. They used sulfuric acid. The whitening concoction consisted of cuttlefish and bicarbonate of soda. Regular acid washes may have given them temporarily whiter teeth, but it also stripped away enamel, leading to tooth decay. Talk about sacrificing oral health for the sake of a dazzling smile. Fast forward to the early 17th century, where people were slathering lard on their hair for extreme hairstyles. This practice, prevalent in Europe and North America, aimed to tackle everything from hair loss to rough scalps. The lard was thought to add volume and keep elaborate wigs in place. However, the not-so-glamorous side effects included rats, making homes in these oily coiffures, scalp scars, and lice. Yikes, indeed. But it wasn't just women diving into the world of eccentric beauty trends. For 500 years, the codpiece took center stage in men's fashion. These fabric pouches, worn over the crotch, symbolized masculinity and power. Initially born out of the need to cover private parts under Edward IV's rule, codpieces evolved into flamboyant, jewel-studded accessories. Henry VIII's codpiece, a true masterpiece, is on display at the Tower of London. Also, men grew their beards and mustaches. Well, that's about it for the men. Humans have a long history of altering their bodies to fit certain beauty standards, from foot binding in China to using rings to elongate the neck in Myanmar. In the past, these body alterations were slow, lifelong processes. However, in today's world, if you desire to change your appearance, it's as easy as swiping on an app filter. The speed at which beauty transformations can now happen reflects the ever-evolving and sometimes quirky perception of beauty. So the next time you think about the lengths people go to in the pursuit of beauty, remember that throughout history, humans have been willing to endure, modify, and redefine beauty in ways that can be dangerous, intriguing, and at times downright bizarre. Beauty truly knows no bounds.